Today we're interviewing Nate Maness, UFC fighter, 15-3, won his fight last week via TKO. Congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Of course, of course. I got a couple questions I'd like to ask. So you've had six UFC fights so far, right?
Yep, that's right.
Win, two losses. Pretty good record so far. I think you look pretty good too. I like the way you move. You can get down, but you got the striking too. I like that about a fighter. And you're not afraid to take fights. You've taken some you fought a couple times and you fought against Umar Nurmagomedov, who a lot of people are scared of this man. And I was wondering, is it right to be scared of this man, or like is that something you'd like to revisit maybe in the future?
Yeah, I'd definitely do it again. I can't sit here and pretend like it was super competitive. He kind of took me down, controlled me. Um, he's a really good fighter, man. His stand-up is a lot better than some of the Dagestani guys. He's a lot more well-rounded than like a Khabib or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to do it again. It's all reward, no risk. Anybody can knock you out. Anybody can submit you. He can't do anything to me that someone else can't. But there's a lot to gain by fighting those guys, and especially if you can get one over on them.
Yeah, you're actually, I think, the only fighter in the UFC who's actually held him to a decision. So even though you did lose the fight, that's
Right.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. I don't. Maybe one day I'll look at it a little differently, but right now while I'm still competitive, it sucks all around. You know how it goes.
Yeah, you'll get your get back.
Right.
So you used to fight in other weight classes, like you were bantamweight. I think you actually even fought above that too. And now you're fighting in flyweight, I believe. And what's a big difference you've noticed after dropping weights? Like, is the punch power different? Is the grappling different? Like, what's one big thing you've noticed?
Oh man, it's hard to say because I've only fought twice. My Tagir fight didn't last very long. It's hard to take too much away from it. I felt really strong in there this last weekend. Just quite a bit bigger than Mateus was. I fought as high as 155. I mean, I fought in title fights at 155. Fought in the UFC at 45, 35, and 25. But really, the only reason I'm really cutting as much weight as I do is it really just gets me focused in on the game plan. I have to be very disciplined. You can't go out and do whatever you want on a Saturday night. Everything's all about the fight, and you got to stay really committed to that. And I enjoy that part of it. I like staying, in the zone, I guess you'd call it, leading up to a fight. And getting down to 125, you pretty much have to be in that zone constantly.
Yeah, I bet the discipline has to be there because, I like to eat.
I do too. I won't even say my weight right now, but I like to eat too.
So like I said, you got some striking. You submitted a few people. You've gotten the performance of the night bonus three times, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty impressive. I bet the feeling in the ring after that is absolutely amazing. But is that something you like think about in training or even in the ring? Like, I'm gonna go out there and I'm going to show everyone what I could do, and I'm gonna earn myself that 50K.
Yeah, man, I think about it quite a bit, honestly. I don't know if that's like my goal, but I know my fighting style kind of brings that. Um, I didn't get this last bonus the way I thought I would. I thought we would get fight of the night. I really thought we were going to go, and he threw a lot more with Javid Basharat. I expected more of a striking match. I thought we were going to tag each other all night, and one of us was going to go down. I think it's just my style that that's going to bring those bonuses, especially if I can get a partner that wants to go in there and throw with me.
Yeah, I think we were all surprised with his fight tactic. He kept trying to get that leg, and then you brought him down the ground and pound. You were smacking his head off the canvas. That was a great fight, and I'm honestly surprised you didn't get fight of the night. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
So, what really got you into fighting? Like when did you start MMA, and when were you like, wow, like this could be a career?
I remember watching, I think I was around 15 years old. It's when GSP was in his prime. He'd just beat Matt Hughes, I believe. GSP was the reason I really got into it, man. He was my guy. I didn't wrestle in high school or anything like that. GSP didn't either, but earlier in my career, I had a really heavy wrestling style base. So I just kind of, mimic everything that he was doing and still be respectful and humble and things like that. But that's really why I got into fighting. It's George St. Pierre.
He is a G. He is a G.
Yeah.
Gotta love every one of those fights. So like I said, you've had some submissions, you've had some KOs. what is your preferred style? Like when you get in there, like do you like to stand and bang or do you like more of like grappling?
Man, I like a pretty fight, but there's something about being in a war. Taking your shots and giving your shots. I think the crowd appreciates that more than a real clean striking match. So I like to get in the pocket, man. There's no better feeling than knocking somebody out. You can hit a twister or a go-go plotter or whatever you want, but it just doesn't compare to putting somebody away and them waking back up, man. There's no better feeling.
I know the best celebrations in the UFC are after that knockout. They get a little
Right.
crazy. I love that. It's very entertaining to watch too.
Definitely.
So before this last fight last th Saturday, you didn't fight for 11 months, correct? What
That's right. Yeah.
was that process? Were you kind of just taking some time to heal up, get right, or
Yeah, I was supposed to fight Zalgas Zamagulov back in May. I think it was the Aljo Cejudo card. Ended up doing some damage to my knee. I had to be off 4 months. I think I was 3 months without being in the gym at all. So it just kind of took away a lot of time, ate away at the clock. But yeah, I'd love to be more active. Man, it's hard with this sport. We're
yeah.
literally beating each other up every day. It's a wonder that any of us can make it to fight night at all. But with some luck and taking care of my body better, trying to do a lot more ice baths, hot Epsom salt baths, trying to soak my body. I'm using a massage gun all the time. Just little things that can really add up. But I'd love to stay healthy and I'd love to be more active.
Yeah, I bet it's tough when you're having a camp and you're getting ready for a fight and you get taken out by an injury like that. What's like the mindset when you have an injury like that? Like, you know, you want to get right and get back in the ring, but also you don't want to push yourself too hard and set yourself back.
Yeah, man, it's hard because it's hard to pay the bills if you're not getting in there. That's pretty much our income. So you have the stress of things like that, and I'm not 25 years old anymore. I'm 32 now. You can't be missing out and setting out too much time. It's going to go by really fast. So I definitely don't want to have any more injuries. I'm doing everything I can to prevent those things. But yeah, I'd love to be in there more often, take care of my body, and put on a lot more shows before I'm done with the sport.
Yeah, well, keep putting them on like last Saturday and everyone's gonna be loving it. That was absolute phenomenal fight.
Thank you.
And you're absolutely fun to watch. We love that. We love the style you bring. And I want to see you work your way up and fight Umar again and get ranked and take him
Yeah,
out because I really think, even though you did get taken down a lot, you did pretty well. Like I said, you lasted, you have that competitive mindset, so that's not good enough for you, but I could see you coming back and, I could see that being a close fight.
yeah, man. If they offered it, I'd love to get in there. I'd definitely do some things different. I'd definitely try to get in his face a lot more. Force some mistakes. I kind of let him play his game a little too much. Choose when he wants to shoot. I think you really got to go put the pressure on him and let the chips fall where they may. But I'd definitely get in his face next time around.
What do you think is next for you? Like, is there someone you really want next, and do you want to fight again before the year's over, or you wait until after?
Yeah, I called out CJ Vergara. I think he's dealing with a hand injury right now, but he wanted to come back at the beginning of next year. That works perfect for me. I just had my stepson birthday yesterday. My daughter's birthday is next month. Then the next month after that, my wife's birthday. So I just got a lot of things coming up. I'd like to enjoy those birthday cakes and not have to set back and be a skeleton. Yeah, so like February, March, something like that. Me and CJ Vergara can get it, and then I'd hope to have at least two or three more fights that year too.
Awesome, awesome. That's awesome. We all love birthday cake, so you relax, spend some time with your family, and CJ will be waiting, and you're gonna dominate.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Well, thank you so much for giving us this interview. This is really, something I've been really looking forward to, so I thank you a lot for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. We can do it again before the next fight or however you want to do it.
All right, thank you, thank you.